Good morning, everyone. This is Lisa Lashendro. I am with Insurance Agency Marketing Services. I'm one of the annuity marketing directors here. I've been here for a couple years. Absolutely love working with IMAS, one of the best companies I've ever worked for in my 20 some years in the insurance industry. But thank you all for joining us. I wanted to introduce Melva with North American. She's on the line here. Melva, say hi.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Uh,
Yay.
Yay! So Melva is going to talk to us a little bit about their VersaChoice product. It's the leading product at North American for an FIA, and then also inherited um, and stretch and non-stretch options as well, and how North American is our home for that. So I will open up the dialog box if you have questions at any time. Don't hesitate to type it in the question box there. And Melva loves it when I interrupt her. Um, so I
Doesn't
will.
bother me at all. Nope, nope.
Right. She loves the interaction. So do I. We like to make this a conversation. So anytime you have a question on either my presentation or what Melva is saying or what she's presenting, don't hesitate to use that question box. All right, with that, I'm going to get started. For some of you that have been with us already, already working with IMS, this might be a little bit of a repeat for you. But for those that are new, I wanted to kind of go over some of the bennies working with us here at IMS and what you get when you're part of the IMS family. So right out of the gate, when you contract with us, we're going to start your first 6 months and give you a little bit back on whatever you write in with us. We're going to give back to you in a producer builder's bonus. You can see that there's several different levels here. There's 100,000, 250, 500, 750, 1 million. So whatever business that you write in the first 6 months, you would qualify you at one of these levels. Steve Murray, our president, is awesome at thinking outside the box. He encourages us. He does not want to be spending money or giving you marketing dollars for something that's not going to be helpful in growing your business. So if you see something on here that wouldn't really make a whole lot of sense for how you need to grow your business, you just talk to your marketer or even Steve himself, and we can work something out. So always keep that in mind, but know that we are in it to win it and help you grow your business right out of the gate. Next, we have our business builders. I know you guys, the best compliment you can get in our business in any sales industry actually is a referral. That's the best compliment. You love them, we do too. So when we get in a referral from one of our agents, we are going to reward you for that. We're going to show you our appreciation by giving you a producer bonus. You get a one-time bonus when your referral agent actually contracts with us, $1,000 when they write additional business, and then we'll pay out quarterly for either life target business, indexed annuity, SPL, or MIGA business. So you get a little bit of an override, a continued thank you from us, because without you, we wouldn't be getting that business in. So this is something, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to give us a holler and let us know. Next, I like to rave about our back office support. This is really why a lot of our agents continue to be part of the IMS family, because our back office support is really what's helping them grow their business, maintaining their business, and keeping their clients happy as well. Because we literally are your back office. We will do the case design for you. Our new business team helps you from making sure you have the right application, checking your app, scrubbing it for you, and then submitting it and staying on those carriers to make sure that it is issued correctly and as fast as possible, so that you can get your commission and the client can get their product. So got sales experience, case design, your marketers we're all here to help you put a case together. We've got over 70 carriers, both on the life and annuity side. That's a lot to keep up with. Let us do all that legwork for you. Call us in with whatever fact finder you have, or the client information, and then we'll take it from there, send you the illustrations, and make sure that you understand how to present it to the client. So yeah, I mean, we're your back office. Back office support is a big thing here at IMS. Next, I want to chat with you a little bit about our IMS website. I encourage all of you to jot this down or type it in and save it on your browser while we're talking here. But it's www.imsinc.com. Here you're going to find more sales tools, a term quoter, forms online. We have our sales resource library that everybody raves about and not enough people take advantage of, in my opinion, because every time I show it, they're like, holy Moses, where has this been all my life? So yeah, I do encourage you all to play around on our website, find out some, tools that could be helping you that could have helped you a while ago. So I am excited that we have that. On our website, we have Firelight. This is one of the best e-app solution centers, or programs, I should say, available out there in our industry. On Firelight, you're able to submit business, start the application, save the application, and then submit it for e-signatures directly. So you literally don't have to leave your home to write business. You can use Firelight to get that done. Here's a list of several carriers that we already have on Firelight. We probably have more. It's hard to keep that list updated, but if you ever have questions on Firelight, don't hesitate to let us know. Next, I want to talk to you a little bit about our creative marketing solutions. Our creative team, I mean, these guys are just so talented. I'm always amazed as to what they put together, and how well they do it. It's so professional and creative. I can't give them enough credit for that, but it's literally turnkey. When you talk to your marketer and you're talking about strategies, how you're going to grow your business, what is it that your business is lacking, as far as maybe a logo, or website design, or social media, whatever it is, business cards. We can do that all here for you. So when you're talking to your marketer, make sure you ask about our creative marketing solutions. See what there is, available for you. If you've already written business, might be able to do something extra for you, or part of the new producer bonus program. Our creative marketing team will be part of that process as well, and getting you whatever it is that you think would be a good fit for you. So ask questions on that. We'd be happy to answer those as well. We also have access to Retirement Analyzer. This is a nice software that's developed for agents out there in the industry to be able to show shortfall in the client's retirement funding or whatnot. So this is something, typically, if you were to go out and purchase Retirement Analyzer on your own, it would cost. What we do here is, once you start writing business, and we see that consistency, we purchase this for you. All you have to do is ask. So this is something to keep in mind as part of that. IM's back office support. We're going to provide programs like this for you as well. Ooh, next are IMS Wealth Management. IMS Wealth Management, Chuck and Z, or Charles, I'm sorry, Charles and Steve, years ago thought, what else could we bring to the table? What else could we provide our producers and agents, to make sure that we are that one-stop shop, that we literally have everything that they need to be their resource? And they added our IMS Wealth Management. IMS Wealth Management, they are here to do a multitude of things that I want to point out. One, if you're tired of your broker dealer being the boss of you and taking a cut of everything that you do, this is a good solution. Switch over to IMS Wealth Management, be your own boss, let our team take care of you as far as back office support, and then you're off to the races. B, if you're looking to get securities license, IMAS Wealth Management can help you with that. They have particular programs that help you get up and running and would be happy to help you with that as well. The third I wanted to point out is if you have no desire whatsoever to deal with the SEC, FINRA, and be licensed or securities licensed, then we have Zach in our office that can handle those clients for you. The really cool thing about that is you're keeping control of your clients. If you were to refer them to another um, securities license partner or referral or whatnot, I mean, are you guaranteed that if there's a term or annuity opportunity that they're going to give that back to you? Probably not. Um, so having that client go to our IMAS Wealth Management team saves you from having to worry about somebody snagging the rest of the business that should be yours. The second thing that's very cool about that is the fact that if you did decide to get your securities license, we will transfer all of that business right back to you. So I don't think that you're going to get that kind of a deal from anybody that you're working with, as far as that goes, unless you have, your own, situation. But I just think that's the coolest thing ever that we will transfer that business right back to you. So keep that in mind. I'm going to set a poll here. If anybody is interested in um, anything with the wealth management or have questions with the wealth management side, please say yes or no, and we'll be sure one of our guys gets so back to you. All right. Thank you all for participating that quickly. Next, I want to talk to you real quickly about our Top Producers Summit. This one, we're pulling out all the stops, guys. We are doing a Mediterranean cruise, taking off in Italy, Rome, Italy, stopping in Capri, Sicily, Greece, ending up in Venice. So several stops there. Takes 4.5 million points to qualify. You still have until June of next year to qualify. So this is something that we do for our top producers. We've got quite the list already attending. We're excited about that. I just wish I was on that attendee list. Next, we have our Life and Annuity Academy. This is something that we do. We try to do a couple times a year. We just had ours in October. Look to do another one in the spring, but all expenses are paid by us here at IMAS to get you there. That's the travel, the flights, the room, the board, the food, the drinks, everything. But it's a 2-day training that includes a lot of different speakers, some of the best speakers in the industry, experts in the industry, to help expand your annuity business and knowledge. The goal is this is, not insurance 101, not annuities 101, but to take it the next step further than that and walk away with ideas to grow your business. So keep that in mind. Also, be sure to like us on Facebook, LinkedIn. We try to keep those up to date with valuable material that will be worthwhile to you. And jot these down. And with that, Melva, I'm going to switch this
Yes.
bad boy over to you
All righty.
and let you take it away.
Okay. Hey. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much to Lisa for allowing me to present both our product and some great sales ideas for you guys to be able to utilize with our North American products. It's just an awesome opportunity. So thanks very much, Lisa. With that, I'll get started here real quick. Going to show you who I am. So there I am. My name is Melva Newbrow, and I am the internal wholesaler here for the Central Region with Lisa. So I actually started with North American Annuities about, it'll be 22 years ago in March, believe it or not. And I've been with with our sales desk, taking, agent calls, just like yours, marketer calls for 19 of those years, and then got presented with this wonderful opportunity to work directly with marketers like Lisa, and it's been an awesome opportunity. I've been in this position just since about mid-August. So excited to utilize my knowledge and what I've done here with North American Annuities. I love the company as well. So with that, we'll get started. So today my goal is to kind of share with you 4 sales ideas. And I know that may seem like a lot, but we're going to go through these fairly quickly. The first thing is that the VersaChoice product is our top selling accumulation product for fixed indexed annuity business. It is a modified single premium product, meaning that you can only add money in the first contract year, so it is flexible during those first 12 months, nothing after the first year. Nice 10-year surrender charge schedule, has your normal 10% penalty-free withdrawals. We'll issue it all the way through age 79, meaning that as long as we get the money before the client turns age 80, we can still utilize the product. And the minimum premium requirement is $20,000, and that's for both qualified and non-qualified money. So what makes this so special is we have 9 uncapped indexing strategies for clients to utilize within the product for growth opportunity. 2 of those are with the S&P index, the Mark V. It's called the Multi-Asset Risk Control 5% index. And then we also utilize the Fidelity Multifactor Yield Index. And we actually have some very proven growth within this product. The VersaChoice owners had received an average of a 9% interest credit on that S&P Mark V. So it's proven results. That is not a made up number. So that's not hypothetical. That's a true interest credit number that they've been able to attain. There you'll see additional information there about average interest credit, 11.8% on an annual point-to-point with a margin, 6.5% with a participation rate, and then you'll see your maximum interest credits there as well. And those are, again, true numbers of what they averaged in 2020. See, I just needed to keep clicking and it was going to give me additional information. There we go. I'll show you now just real quick again to highlight this being a top accumulation product. Here's what we call our rate spotlight. And really what this is it's laying it all out for you guys, showing you here's what the current declared rates are. And then without having to run, a whole ton of illustrations, we have the hypothetical projected illustrated rates on here for you. So we're going to show you the last 10 years, which is 12/31 of 2010 to 12/31/2020, the highest 10 years out of the last 20, and then the lowest 10-year growth out of the last 20. If you notice on here, we have both high band and low band interest rates. So if your clients have at least $75,000 to open the policy with, they will qualify at the high band rates. Unfortunately, if they have less than that, but they want to add money during the first year to get up to $75,000, that doesn't count. They're still going to be at the low band rate because it's got to be $75,000 or more to issue. Question I get a lot. Okay, so we're going to go over here to the high band interest rates and take a look here at some of the nice growth. The Fidelity annual point-to-point with participation rate had an annual effective rate of 4.07. 2-year had a growth of 5.63. And then you'll notice down here, these bottom 2 rows talk about an enhanced participation rate. So essentially, your clients are able to buy up the participation rate by paying a strategy fee percentage. So the annual point-to-point would go up from a 65% participation rate with no fee all the way up to 125% if they were willing to pay the 1.5 strategy charge. 2-year point-to-point growing from 95% all the way up to 185% with that 1.5% fee per year. Real nice thing about our product and those fees are that we do have a true-up feature. That basically just means that at the end of the 10-year time frame, we're going to check to see how much a client paid in those strategy charges, and did they make up enough interest credit to make up for those strategy charges. And if they did not, we're going to make that client whole. So it's kind of what I like to say, a no-risk opportunity to get a higher interest rate, a higher participation rate, and some higher growth potential. All right, so that's number one. Number one is growth, accumulation. If your client's in it for just a straight accumulation play, VersaChoice is your animal. Now, second, we've got this nice optional enhanced liquidity benefit rider. This rider has a fee of just 0.6%, so not a big fee. And it's going to give your clients 4 additional benefits. The first one being it's going to enhance that penalty-free withdrawal. So instead of just having a 10% penalty-free withdrawal available after the first contract year, if they haven't taken a withdrawal in any prior year, they're going to move up to being able to pull out 20% of their value. Now, it does stay at 20% until they do take a withdrawal, but then again, if they don't take a withdrawal in a prior year, it goes back up to 20%. So that's your enhanced penalty-free withdrawal. This also has a return of premium feature. And this is peace of mind for the client. Basically, if you have a client that's just really iffy on, going into a fixed indexed annuity, not sure about that, this is a safety net for them, where if they pay that 60 basis points, anytime after the 3rd contract year has passed, so day 1 of year 4 and after, the client can write in for a return of premium. It's basically saying that they want to surrender their policy. And if they have this rider benefit, then we're going to look to see, is their premium higher than their surrender value? And if so, they get their premium back. And the 60 basis points is refunded to the client. Now, here comes my favorite part of this enhanced liquidity benefit rider, and really another sales opportunity for you. If you are working with clients who do not qualify for a long-term care policy, then this is a wonderful optional opportunity for those clients to have liquidity if they cannot perform 2 out of 6 activities of daily living. Now, this does not take the place necessarily of a long-term care insurance policy. It's not as lucrative as that, but it's also not as expensive. And you certainly would have clients that either don't qualify for that long-term care policy, or maybe it's just too expensive for them. So the first thing is this ADL-based surrender charge waiver. That simply means that anytime after the issue date of the contract, and underwriting on this is very simple. They answer one simple question on the disclosure statement that states, I, as of the date that I'm signing this disclosure, can perform all 6 activities of daily living, period. That's it, and then they qualify for this benefit. So anytime after the issue date, then if we get a written physician's letter stating that the client can't perform 2 out of 6 and that they're anticipated to remain in that state, their policy becomes 100% liquid to them. They can take out whatever amounts they wish at whatever time they wish, and it does not require any type of receipt reimbursement, nothing like that. They can utilize those funds how they wish. Now, the second option here on that ADL-based payout benefit is that they can opt to get a multiplier feature. So this is the payout benefit. So if any time beginning day 1 of year 3 of the contract, we do have that physician's letter that states they can't perform 2 out of 6, then we're going to take a multiplied, depending upon what year they're in, times their account value, and we're going to pay that out over 5 equal annual payments. So the multiplier, as you see there, if they're in year 3, we're going to take 110% times their account value, all the way up to year 6 and over is 125% of their value. Great thing about this, if you are working with a client with non-qualified money and they choose this option, it basically creates a 5-year period certain. So instead of having that last in, first out taxation where they're having to pay all of the taxes at one time up front for the gain, this is going to create an exclusion ratio for them so they won't have as much of a tax burden if they've had a lot of gain. Also, I get asked, what happens if the client passes during that 5-year? Again, it's very similar to a 5-year certain. Someone will get those payments for 5 years, whether it is the client or a beneficiary. Okay, so any questions yet? That was sales idea number 2.
Nope. We're moving right along.
All right. Okay. So my next thing is with this VersaChoice product. Oh, shoot, I forgot. Hey, any agents in California, by the way, this product only has 2 state limitations. There is no product available in New York, unfortunately, with North American, and there's no 2-year point-to-point in New Hampshire. We only have a couple of agents that don't like that, but we haven't filed that yet, so we'll see. That enhanced liquidity rider with the ADL benefits approved in every single state that we offer business in. There are no state variations. So especially I know that rings true with California as well. So that's really exciting that they get that benefit since it's not a multiplier benefit that's hard to get in that state. Okay, now here we go. So my number 3 sales idea for you with this VersaChoice is, as you see there, a legacy that lasts. What this refers to is this is page 1 of our brochure that talks about a non-qualified stretch. So if your clients are inheriting a non-qualified annuity from a loved one, there are some tax implications that could go with that, especially if they have a lot of gain within that policy, right? So we are a shop where we will take a non-qualified stretch. And I've got some of the rules there just very quickly. On a non-qualified stretch, that beneficiary, number 1, it has to be a natural owner. We unfortunately can't set up a non-qualified stretch for a trust or a corp as the ownership. It does have to be a natural owner. That beneficiary does need to have it set up with us and have a first required minimum distribution pulled out of the policy within the first year of the date of death. There is a life expectancy factor, and I'll show you that here coming up in the next couple of slides, that determines what that required distribution is. And so if that first payment isn't taken, then unfortunately it disqualifies the non-qualified stretch. There are so many companies now that on their death claim form, they have this as an option for beneficiaries. They have a non-qualified stretch option. Whether, that company will take them, but we will take these all day long. We've been taking them for quite some time now, actually. And if you notice, the VersaChoice 10 is available with this option, and you can actually utilize that with the enhanced liquidity benefit rider if you wish. So one of the slides within our non-qualified stretch brochure, which is really nicely written, and it's just a nice tool for your clients to be able to look at to say, okay, what is a non-qualified stretch and why would I use it? So here's a great page that kind of really talks about the benefits of you taking that out as a lump sum is you get access to all of that money. What are some problems on that? Well, maybe that beneficiary isn't equipped to take a large sum amount out and have that taxation. As you know, an annuity is so different than a life insurance policy. Any gains in that annuity are taxed at death. So the stretch opportunity is a way for the wealth to be doled out in equal payments. It is based upon the life of the beneficiary. The account balance is going to remain tax deferred. So there are some definite benefits of doing this type of plan with the non-qualified stretch. And as I promised, here is our life expectancy table. Again, all of this is in the non-qualified stretch brochure that we have put together for you. So this just gives you an idea of what their required minimum distribution is going to look like. Been working with a 54-year-old client that had inherited $200,000, of which about $100,000 of that is taxable gain. So they were looking at the non-qualified stretch. You're just simply taking that divisor into the amount of premium and figuring out your required distribution, and that is required to be taken each year. I did have someone ask just recently, can that person that's 54, number one, will they get a pre-59.5 penalty? Absolutely not, because it is coded as a non-qualified stretch. Number two, can they take more than that required minimum distribution? Absolutely. The IRS is saying, hey, we're allowing you to stretch this out over your life, but if you want to take more than that, you betcha, we'll just get our taxes a little bit faster. That's how I like to say it, because, we all know about the IRS. All right. Stop, pause just really quick. Any questions there?
Nope, we're good.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. So, number 4.
Right along here.
Excuse me. So, number 4, sales idea. This is what is near and dear to my heart, and Lisa and I have really found a niche here, is when the Secure Act of 2020 came about, the IRS made a lot of different things happen here. So we created a Secure Act frequently asked questions, basically going through, okay, well, what is it, and what does it mean to your clients? And it really did a lot of good things for the clients. It lengthened out the time frame of where they had to take their required minimum distributions. They could still make contributions even after they start taking that if they're still working. One thing that they did do is they changed the whole dynamic of the stretch IRA. So prior to the Secure Act, a client could take, a non-spousal beneficiary could take on their deceased owner's IRA contract and stretch it over their lifetime. Real similar to what we just talked about with the non-qualified, right? After that Secure Act took place beginning January 1st, the IRS said, now we're going to make you get this money out within 10 years. Within 10 years of that date of death of the original owner, you need to have us all paid back. So we took this and said, you know what, we are willing to go ahead and do this. So we were one of the very first and only companies up until really recently that even allowed the non-spousal inherited IRAs to come in and issue. So I'm very proud of that fact. So we've been doing this for a long time. We're not new at this. What you can do is utilize our Performance Choice 8 product, which I'll show you some slides in a little bit. So Inherited IRA has a 10-year payout requirement. We have a very nice put together, again, Inherited IRA frequently asked questions flyer. It is available for you agents to utilize, and it's very, again, well written and really will answer the majority of your questions.
Yeah, this is nice, and I'll be sending this out to all of you attending here today too. So you'll don't have to worry about taking a bunch of notes here. You'll have it in your hands by the end of the day.
Awesome. Thanks, Lisa. So the big thing about inherited IRAs, again, must be individuals. I do run into some situations where, unfortunately, an owner has listed their primary beneficiary as the trust, and we're not able to accept a trust non-spousal inherited IRA to be the owner. So real important, and as you're working with your clients, if a stretch IRA is one thing that they're going to be looking for to be able to pass on to their beneficiaries to do this 10-year rule, may want to check their beneficiary information and make sure that is not set up with the trust. We need the applications received here within 1 year of the date of the original owner's death. And again, that just plays into the fact that there is a 10-year payout requirement here. So we need to make sure that we get that in the amount of time needed in order to get those funds paid out within that time frame. Now, is there a required distribution on a non-spousal inherited IRA anymore? There's not. There's not. Your client will pop into this product, we'll get it issued for them, they get some nice opportunity for growth. If they don't want to take any withdrawals, they're not required to take anything until that 10th year. Then everything comes out. So what I like to do, and what Lisa's kind of rolled into as well, is if we do an illustration, I do like to show if the client is willing to see a 10% penalty-free withdrawal coming out years 2 through 8 on the contract. That's going to give them the opportunity to work with a tax advisor and say, hey, I've inherited this IRA money. It is all taxable to me. I've got to get this out in 10 years. This is what I'm able to take out. Help me figure out tax-wise how to manage my taxes at this point with this gain coming in and having to pay that. And then I'll show year 9, the 50% of the value coming out, and then finishing off the rest of the value in year 10. Again, there is not a requirement. So if the tax advisor says, you're really not in a position for these first 5 years to take on that tax burden, then you can certainly wait to take withdrawals. The product that I am curious if that's my next screen. Here, I'm going to go to that. The Performance Choice 8 is our preferred product for this type of plan. If you notice there, it writes all the way up through age 85, which has been very beneficial. You may have some clients that have a sister or a brother that's elderly that is inheriting funds. I had an 82-year-old that inherited her brother's IRA funds, and we were able to accommodate the non-spousal inherited IRA for her with this product. Again, it is an 8-year surrender charge product, so it fits super nicely within that 10-year payout rule. And again, the penalty-free withdrawals on this is 10% of the account value after the first contract year. And that doesn't change with this non-spousal inherited IRA because there isn't a required distribution. So, and it does have some awesome growth opportunities. For an 8-year product, to be able to utilize an annual point-to-point with the Fidelity, giving you a 3.76 annual effective rate on an 8-year plan, that's pretty attractive. We also have those fee for rate strategies available as well, where you could buy up that 60% participation rate all the way up to 120%. You're doubling that for that 1.5 fee. I'm going to go back a couple slides here. Sorry, I redid this presentation, so I wasn't sure what order I wanted my slides in. Now, if you're saying, well, I'm not working with a beneficiary that had inherited those funds here within the last year, I'm working with somebody that inherited the funds back 5 years ago, and they have an inherited IRA set up already. They're taking their required minimum distributions. What can I do there because they're not happy with their growth potential? Well, again, we can certainly take those as well. And it opens up a few additional opportunities. If you have a plan like that, we will take that transfer in with that Performance Choice 8 that I just talked about, but we can also take that in the VersaChoice 10 that we talked about in the beginning of this call, our Charter Plus, and our Guarantee Choice Plus product. So both before the Secure Act, we'll take those as transfers in as long as they're established and they are taking the RMDs, as well as those that qualify under the Secure Act rule after 1/1 of 2020. Okay. Any questions there? Okay.
Nope, we're
So,
still good.
okay. So I'm going to touch just real briefly. I don't have a nice, pretty flyer on this, so But we also have a really nice agent program as you're writing fixed indexed annuity business with us. All first year fixed indexed annuity premium is going to qualify. This runs January 1st through December 31st, where you can earn some additional commissions based upon these production levels. So at
And
$2 million,
Melva, I
yes.
want to just add on here, guys. This is on top of the bonus structures that you get with IMS. So you
Mm,
might say you're able to double dip on the credits that you get here. So North
yes.
American's going to give you a lot extra change in your pocket, and we do too. So this is a nice opportunity for you to get a lot more bang for your buck.
Yes, I love it. I know I was listening to your presentation earlier and thought, wow, these agents get a lot with you guys. That's fantastic. So we're going to get you an additional 50 basis points in commission if you hit the $2 million production level. And you might be saying, well, what about my first $2 million? Well, we're going to pay you retro. So you do get paid that additional 50 basis points in commission for every penny that you write up to that $2 million. Once you hit $4 million in production, you go up to an additional 1% in commission, again paid retro. And at $8 million, you hit our highest chairman level and get an additional 1.5 in comp. And once again, retro payments on those monies as well. And I know that Lisa showed you some screens where they are an awesome support system. I'm telling you, she does a lot for you guys, and they have a wonderful support system. I do want to tout that we also do have some great support for you as well as agents. We have 6 regional sales directors available to take your call, to help you with cases, to, if you have presentations you want done, webinars, whatever. We absolutely have these folks. And I think, Lisa, you have this slide too, don't you? I think
I do.
you
Yep.
send this. Okay. Okay, and I know you'd like them to call you guys, but if they're not available, if Lisa's finally taken a day and taken a day off for PTO, then you can always call us as well. But
Hmm.
these guys are super ready to help you, and they do some traveling as well, so keep that in mind. And then we do have our sales support desk, and their numbers listed at the top of that page. So
And I can
yes,
contest to that. There's a lot of times where, there's a complicated case or something like that, and we need to get, Melva on the phone. There, I am not shy whatsoever to conference her in or just have you guys contact her. So
yes.
she's an amazing resource for you as well. So keep that in mind.
So I'm just in summary here. We've got VersaChoice available with 2 sales ideas, top accumulation product available with North American, also utilizing that enhanced liquidity benefit rider at that small 60 basis point fee, specifically, I would say, for that ADL benefit, but also the enhanced liquidity and return of premium safety net feature for the client. Sales idea number 3, utilizing the VersaChoice with that non-qualified stretch type of plan. And then finally, the tapping into that non-spousal inherited IRA and utilizing the Performance Choice 8 for that type of plan. As you're working with beneficiaries, you've got a client base, keep that in mind because that could really help a client with stretching that out even for the 10 years that they can.
Hmm.
All right.
And while
That concludes
Melva,
me
while
here.
you were talking there and doing a summary, I launched another poll. The last one of the last polls here we have. If you want to see a sample illustration, like what she was talking about um, with the inherited IRA showing the 10% for withdrawals, years 1 through 8, right? Or 2 through 8.
2 through 8.
Two
Two
through
through
eight.
eight.
That's,
Yep.
oh, sorry. I want to correct myself there. And then, you take the other 2 years, outside the surrender. If you want to see a sample of that, let us know. Be happy to get that over to you. I will be sending you product information as well as that inherited IRA brochure that's nice and clean for the client to read as well. And it looks like everybody's participating in that. The next slide I want to, or next poll I want to throw out there would be if you want to learn anything else about any of our back office support team, contracting, getting contracted with North American, any questions with that, don't hesitate to, select yes, and I'll be sure that we personally reach out to you as well and answer any of those questions. And Melva, while we're doing this, I just want to thank you again for your time this morning. As always, I appreciate you and
Yes,
appreciate
as well.
everybody that's on here. I hope you all have a wonderful Turkey Day coming up here, Thanksgiving Day,
Yes.
safe travels and all that jazz. So, Melva, if there's anything else that you want
Definitely.
to add,
Nope, that is awesome. Again, I want to thank you for allowing me to present today, Lisa. And it goes both ways. You're pretty amazing. So you guys are very lucky to have Lisa supporting you. Very lucky.
I appreciate that. Well, and on a good note, Melva, and again, thank you all for giving me your time, giving us your time, I should say, today, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. Take care.
Yay. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye bye.